Hello everybody, QuickKin42 here with another kinesiology video for you guys. Today we're going to be going into a little bit of skeletal anatomy. So we have here our, skeletons. We've got our anterior view here and our posterior view here. Now, in terms of the order that we go through on these, I'm not really going to go in any particular order. I'll start from kind of top to bottom and then sort of go a little bit random after that. So we're going to start off with the cranium, located right here, right at the top of the body. Next, we've got the clavicle, which is this first bone kind of in the shoulders. Next, we've got the manubrium, which is this little structure right here. And then we'll go to our sternum right here. And that's going to be all the way across, and it'll be right below the manubrium. Next, we have our xiphoid process, or xiphoid process, as Siri likes to pronounce it. And that is going to be this little bony area right here. And I just realized that the manubrium, sternum, and xiphoid process looks like a necktie. Coincidence? Probably. Next, we've got the ribs. Now, we can do an entirely separate video on the ribs because those do have things like true ribs, false ribs, and floating ribs. So there's more detail in that. So we'll just kind of cover it superficially here. Next, we've got the humerus right up in here. And then move down to the radius, which is going to be right here. And then as we talk more about these bones, I'll give you little, mnemonic devices, if you will, of ways you can remember some of these bones. Next, we've got the pubis, which is right here. Got it on both sides. Move back over here to the hand. So we've got the carpals, which are going to be these little bony, bones. Little kind of pebble-shaped bones right in here. And then we've got the long bones of the hand or the palm, the metacarpals, which are going to be these guys right in here. Then we've got the phalanges, which are going to be the little bones, little individual ones that make up your fingers and thumb. And then moving down, we've got the patella or kneecap. And then we're going to skip past the lower leg and go to the tarsals. Now, the tarsals are kind of like the carpals, but of the foot. And those are located kind of in here. And the metatarsals, much like the metacarpals, are going to be the long bones of the soles or bottoms of the feet. It's right in here. And then much like the hand, the little bones that make up the toes are also called phalanges. Okay. Now we'll kind of come to a posterior view. So we've got the scapula, which if you guys have been keeping up on the beginning videos, I've already mentioned the scapula a few times. So it's going to be this bone right in here. Then we've got the spine, which is going to be this long bone right in here. And I'll be doing a separate video on the spine because there's a lot to cover just in that. Now we've got the ilium, which is going to be kind of this spot in here. And you also have one on this side as well. Now we'll come back up to the arm, the forearm, the ulna, which is going to be right in here. Then we have the ischium, which is going to be kind of these little, I don't know, arches, if you will. You can actually feel these when you sit on a hard surface. You can kind of feel a bony protrusion when you sit down. You're sitting on these muscles here. Or not muscles, sorry, bones. Next up we have the femur, the long leg bone right in here. And then we've got the tibia and fibula. So the fibula is going to be this outside or lateral lower leg bone. And the tibia is going to be the more medial lower leg bone. Okay. And so looks like we got everything at least listed here. So yeah, this is again kind of a basic superficial anatomy of the skeleton. The spine here is, you know, broken up into a number of different sections depending on where you are. And then also the tarsals here. Each of these bones have their each individual specific names. And then same thing with the carpals in here. Every single one of these bones is going to have a different name. And then, you know, like on a much more micro scale, you know, they each have little tiny ligaments connecting into them like that. So anyway, I hope this kind of helped give a, you know, brief view of a skeletal anatomy and what the names of the bones are, where they're at. Thank you so much for joining me. Again, any questions, comments, or corrections, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. Thank you for watching.